cells. Great.
Out of what?
Out of
Meat in a
animal
petri
cells.
dish.
Meat in a petri dish. There you go. My apologies. If you happen to be in LA early September, on September 5th, we are working with our Hollywood Connection initiative, where they're doing an event on new TV formats, so all new media, which is really exciting. On September 9th, we have a health tech pitch night. Clean tech. Sorry, I said health tech. Clean tech with Climate Kick. Are they startups from the Netherlands, John?
15 companies from all over Europe.
Awesome.
All right. So that again is September 9th. On September 16th, we have a Rock Start Accelerator coming all the way from the Netherlands with a bunch of startups as well, who will also be having a pitch night, and you will that will all be here at the Consulate General, and you will definitely get an email about that. Going forward, we have a group of Dutch students coming here with a solar-powered car, and they will be demonstrating that here in San Francisco as well as Sacramento on the September 22nd at the residence at Hugo's house. We'll be doing a demonstration as well, and I'm sure that many of you might be interested in that. In September, we have another health tech boot camp, or actually our first health tech boot camp, where we have some of the best health-related startups coming from, again, the Netherlands to Silicon Valley and doing a pitch night and other activities. And once more, we have 2 more boot camps. One is our flagship Holland Valley boot camp that we've been doing, going for our 5th year. And we have Digital Hollywood also happening in LA, where we will have digital media tech companies coming to connect with Hollywood, and this will be our first time doing that. So that being said, that information will be passed along to you, and I'm going to hand the floor back to Mr. Van Meinveld.
Now, as we say in Dutch soccer, all balls through me. So now I pass on. As you may remember, on the 26th of June, we were here together, not to say farewell to Peter, but to say, well, good luck with the next stage in your career and life. And one of the big gifts was these breakfasts. I promise not to sing a song again. A little. Well, I miss my guitar. So while my guitar gently weeps at the residence, I pass the floor on to Peter. Thank you.
Well, yeah, it's been a remarkable year thus far. The 15th of May with the resolution on the State Senate floor. All the work it did, so thank you very much, California. And then this big gift, and I was kind of afraid for this gift. Can you imagine, something wearing your name, normally you're dead. So I figured if I make the first one, the rest will follow. So I'm here, I'm kicking and alive, and I read about this 3D shoulder that was produced in Holland in a Dutch hospital, and I was really floored. So I thought this is going to be our first project. But also, it's about the companies over here that come from Holland and establish over here or are taken over by bigger companies. And one of them is Autodesk taking over actually the team, I think, more than anything else, the knowledge of that company. And that's why I'm thrilled to have Ronald over here and have him present the 3D of Autodesk and what happened to his company and how rich he is right now, right?
Yes. Shall I take over?
Yes.
Nice. So, good morning. Is it clear voice? Yeah? Okay. Great. So, I want to start with apologizing. I'm a tech guy, so and I'm used to talk to a tech audience, so I will try to do my best to make it consumable. And if it's really ununderstandable, just interrupt me and change. The other thing is, it's a topic that you can talk about for days or weeks, and I have to crank it in half an hour, so I will touch upon a lot of things very quickly. If there's any questions or people want to talk about certain subsets of what I talk about, please feel free to just walk by. The contacts will be distributed, I guess, or contact me directly. So, like introduced, we had a company in the Netherlands. It was a sort of a spin-off of the Technical University Delft, where I did my master's. Um, that company started in 2009, and we invented a nice name for the company. I don't know who knows this statue and what it's actually representing. So does Lewis Carroll mean anything?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a statue from Lewis Carroll through the looking glass. And through the looking glass means actually you touch through, like in this case a mirror, you touch another world, which is different. It's the rules are not the same. And in principle, what I'm going to talk about too is the virtual space is another space. Everything is warped, it's different. And the company name actually is Alice Labs, because we thought through the looking glass and the technology were very nice aligned. So then we were acquired by Autodesk, and I'm going to talk about what my role is within Autodesk, what we do with 3D, what we do with 3D printing and that kind of stuff. So we were based in Voorschoten, but that's not that relevant, I guess. So I started the company with a colleague, a friend of mine. So we sat together during dinner and we were discussing opportunities, and like everything starts, we started in a garage where we just started prototyping stuff and dreaming away of what say, the new generation, the new technology wave was going to do. So we started the company not actually to make money, that was not our goal, it was more have fun and ride the wave and see what we can do. And we were more successful than we thought. So what did we do? We did actually do two technologies, and we combined two technologies. So these are a few screenshots. I will give some videos and stuff that makes it even more live, but just to have a talking point. Two technologies. So one is, there's a new technology, say that's there since a very long time, but now it's really serious because of cloud computing. If you take pictures of an object, there's ways to figure out how those pictures are oriented with respect to each other. And we can compute the 3D model. So the whole idea is take enough pictures of the topic, anything, and compute the 3D model. So we developed technology to do that in a really dense manner. So it's a lot of detail is say in that model. And you can imagine that that's really cheap, right? We could see that the cameras and the phones and all that kind of stuff was on the rise, right? So we knew that it was very ubiquitous. Another technology is, those things are points. They're not a model yet. They're just points in space and they have color, right? So it's not a real model. If you use a CAD model for a mechanical object, that's very different, right? So we had another technology, because we could see if everybody's going to do this, the amount of data that they're going to generate is huge, right? So we're not talking about a few thousand points, but billions and billions of points. So we had to have an engine that actually could handle those data sets. So what we did is we have created plugins for Autodesk products to actually stream in that information. It's very different than a 3D model. You load it and you turn it around, or you have something that's so big that you cannot load it in your MEM or in your RAM of your computer. So you have to stream the data in. So as you go, it continues to stream. And that was really interesting to Autodesk. So Autodesk mainly bought us for this technology. So just quickly peeking through how that works. This is really old. This is like 2009. For me, that's old.
I am really old.
It was a good year.
Yeah. So basically you see what's happening here. So you zoom in and additional points start to stream in. I don't know if it's visible actually for you guys. Maybe.
And your source is just images, you said?
Yeah, so we actually had multiple sources. So there's a very expensive way to get those point clouds, which is done for petrochemical industry, like you see over here. That's laser scanning, so that's basically a 3D photograph, right? And just one photograph is like 50 to 200 million